On one of the hottest days of the year, I drove several hours up to Mie Prefecture. My destination was the Bay of Ago, which is home to several spiky peninsulas and a small archipelago. The bay is crossed by several pleasure boats and commercial ferries, both of which I avoided because there were far too many people. I stuck to the mountain peaks instead. And while the view wasn't great, I think you can actually see the humidity in this footage, it was enough to stimulate the imagination. Who lives out on these islands and gets their mail delivered by boat? What geologic catastrophe resulted in such a striking coastline? If this is what it looks like from up high, what's hidden under the sea? As it happens, an event from Japanese folklore was inspired by just that question. A little ways to the west, there's a long peninsula. The villagers who lived there were being harassed by some kind of beast that stalked the woods. They were unsure about what to do, but fortunately this is the kind of story where a god can show up and solve all your problems. The god in question was Hiko Hoho Demi no Mikoto, or Hori for short. Hori somehow dealt with the beast, the story is vague on this point, and then decided to move in next door to the village. From then on out, Hori was just one of the guys. He spent his days hunting and fishing like any other villager. Hori was out fishing on this island one day when he chanced upon a beautiful woman. "Where are you from?" he asked. "I live nearby," she explained, "but I was born in the underwater palace of the Dragon King." "Well, that seems plausible," Hori replied. "I'm a god, after all. What's your name?" She answered, "Princess Toyotama." Soon after, Hori and the princess were married. Now, if I have my genealogy correct, Princess Toyotama and Hori are actually first cousins, albeit 5 generations removed. However, the Dragon King was created out of progenitor god Izanagi's bathwater, so genetically speaking, these two crazy kids might be alright. Which is good, because a few years later, the princess was pregnant. As the day approached, she asked her husband not to come into the room while she was giving birth. It was just too embarrassing for her, she said. But when Hori heard the cries of his newborn son, he couldn't help himself. He barged into the room and gasped as he saw a giant dragon holding a baby boy gently between its coils. Let's throw a voice filter on the princess when she's a dragon. That'll be fun. "It's unfortunate that you have seen my true form. I had hoped to raise our son with you, but now I must return to the Dragon King's palace. Farewell." Her eyes glittering, the dragon that was Princess Toyotama fled from the room. The tears that fell as she returned to the ocean became the pearls that are commonly found in the Bay of Ago. This area is known locally as the Bay of Regrets. And if you wanted, you could call the princess herself the Bay, B-A-E, of Regrets. I'm 30, I don't know what that means. The princess reared her child beneath the sea, and when he came of age, he returned to dry land. Assuming he climbed out of the sea in August, he probably found the 100% humidity to be rather like that of home. He went on to father Jimmu, allegedly Japan's first emperor. Yes, if you're taking seriously the claim that Japan's royal family descends from Jimmu, you have to believe that the current reigning emperor is descended from an incest dragon made of used bathwater. What makes this even more interesting is that the last several emperors have had a keen interest in marine biology. What are they trying to prove? What are they trying to hide? The truth is out there.